go live. So we actually start the game. You know when people get confused with 98? I could low-key see. I don't think that was. But yeah. So today we're gonna be checking out Lose Lagoon, which is like a very whimsical crafter kind of game. Like open world, that kind of thing, and all that. So I'm going to go ahead, though, before we jump into the game proper, I always like to take a quick peek at the options so that we can celebrate any accessibility stuff they do add to the games. Now, as a reminder, not having accessibility, like, settings isn't necessarily indicative of a problem. You can design your games such that they don't need them. You don't need a colorblind filter if you don't depend on color. Alright, is YouTube up? It just went up a second ago. Yep, so we've got a couple things here. Rotating map, in-world indicators, I could argue that being an accessibility thing, that's going to be your highlights on by default. I did set the frame limit, that's a streaming thing. Not a whole lot to say here. It's interesting that the graphics quality, they don't break it down in any way. It's just high, medium, low. I don't think that's necessarily a problem, but that does mean likely if you're on the lower end where you're going to have problems running the game, you're probably going to have a significantly worse experience that you can't customize a little bit there. Volume settings, pretty straightforward. Just different volume controls. Okay. So this is for controller. I don't use controllers, so that doesn't matter. So interestingly enough, they do let you turn on acceleration and sensitivity separately, which I appreciate. For those who don't know, acceleration can end up being what's called smooth cam. And what that gets down into, usually when you're dealing with smooth cam, you're talking like if you think of a game like Stardew Valley, you've got your screen, you got your character moving on it, and so the character starts to move towards the edge of the screen, and there's a little bit of a delay, and then the screen starts moving, and it'll recenter eventually. That's smooth cam. Whereas the other alternatives, the screen moves at the same rate the character does. Smooth cam can screw with some people who have motion sickness. Things like motion blur are notorious bad when you have no graphics options. Well, we'll see, because if they do have motion blur that you can't turn off, I will point it out, and I will make a stink over it. You have plane controls. So we have boost and brake. And I guess mouse. Character controls. That's controller. We can change the key bindings. It is showing WASD. I don't use a QWERTY keyboard, so we'll see if I have to switch over to my QWERTY layout. So, a little bit mixed there. We'll see how it actually plays. We're going to go ahead and start ourselves a brand new game and jump on in.
All right, little pilot. Get ready for bed.
1 second. That is... One second. That is way too quiet. And I can't exit back out. So let's kind of hop back to the beginning. So I need to adjust the volume real fast, so I apologize. Oh my god, just let me go back to the front screen. Let me go back to the front screen. Let me go back to the front screen. Game, you need to give me an opportunity to change my settings. Okay. Okay, so return to main menu. Yep. Yeah, well, that's literally if I knew I was gonna be locked in there. So that's actually a big problem we run into a lot of games. So it's like not even a party file. So new game. Yes. There's only one save file, just so people catch that.
All right, little pilot. Get ready for bed. Your old Uncle Lou will be flying back home tomorrow morning. Ready for a last bedtime story before I leave? Now, let's see.
Yeah, I don't want to go through the whole hassle a
Dawn
second
of a
time.
flash, brilliant and bright, the earth awoke. The light was beautiful, yet lonely. Drifting and despondent, light encountered the dark. Drawn to each other, they embraced and were to never part again. Such a pure love, and so marked this new beginning. Their first children were born. Wind and wave A set of siblings so enchanting it made even the stars jealous. They grew older, larger, stronger, beginning to play together. But this does not come without quarrel. Even their smallest of tussles caused floods and hurricanes. But when they made peace, the seas lulled, and the howl became but a breeze. Calm would return to the earth. One day, not long ago, wind and wave fought so fiercely it conjured the mightiest of storms. Wind could no longer bear the pain and fled. The sea roared and the sky darkened.
Mayday, matey, this is Hefty. There's a big storm wrecking our island. We could really use the help. Ha! I hope we don't meet our end out here. But remember, I'm the best captain in the entire Limbo Archipelago for a reason. He's not actually talking, it's like Similin or whatever, where it's just not words. Just... We are almost there. Hands on deck, little shrimp. Come on. Get seashells on your ears. Okay. Yeah, the audio balancing is a little rough. Because, like, even during the cinematic, like, the vocal started very soft when he was at the part, like, let me tell you a story, or whatever. And then, you know, it jumped up a bunch when it started actually telling the story about, like, wind and wave and all that. And then when we got out here, it's a whole different volume. And it wasn't expecting the cutover from voice acted to needing to read the subtitles as opposed to whatever. So that threw me off, so we missed a line or two because of like, is it just too quiet? Am I not hearing? It's like, oh no, they're not speaking words. Okay. Alright. So we can go ahead and get our face design in here. Sure, whatever. How? Okay, I mean, you can get pretty pale complexion. Oh, there we go. That's what we need in our life. Sure. We'll see where we can go with this. I appreciate they actually move the goggles depending on the hairstyle. A lot of games, they just have the goggles kind of like locked into a specific spot and try and like shove the hair around it. And it ends up being pretty limiting on what you can do for the hairstyles. Raggedy Ann? Man, that's a reference I haven't heard in a while. Okay, mildly angry. Those eyebrows are a choice. Most of the eyebrows on there are some thick eyebrows. There. Mildly... can we make the sclera black, please? We're definitely Sith now, with our yellow eyes. Sure, I don't know. Okay, so we give him a goatee, we have to betray everyone in Act 3. That's just the way it works. I like that they've got, like, the super long mustache on a character that looks like they can't be possibly a day over 13. Very, very clearly went to Spirit of Halloween and, you know, got themselves some facial hair. Bunch of band-aids. I do love that these look like stickers on their face. It's not like some like, oh, this is like a tattoo or whatever. It's like, you know, the person just got like some like gold tin foil, cut into a little triangle, put like some Elmer's glue and like slapped it on their face or something. Just a normal skin color. So the character design's interesting. Look, man, it's a zit. It's not that bad. You don't need to cover it up that much. Okay, vaguely feminine, vaguely masculine. Alright. So we don't choose any of our clothing stuff. It's just little plain clothes. So I guess we're gonna choose ready. Are you happy? No. Oh, I mean, you're talking about am I happy with the character? Not just as a general statement. That's fair. And asked me if I was happy. The characters are weirdly springy. Like, their faces are weirdly rubber bandy as they emote. Like, I don't think it's bad, it's just unusual. Oh, if it isn't little cadet. So, good to see you. Look at you all grown up. You're the spitting image of your Uncle Lou. Thank goodness Jackie got you through the storm safe and sound. Let's see, now you can definitely say that thunder is from, oh, the thunder's, oh, I see. That's when you're like, I couldn't tell if the sound is coming from the game or not. I'm like, it seems pretty straightforward. Yeah, it's got, there's definitely like a flexibility. I don't mind it, as long as it's like the teeth aren't moving like rubber bands, where that'd get really weird. Unless in character, like, oh yeah, he's got false teeth. We're gonna pretend we didn't acknowledge the storm. The storm? That whirlwind really did a number to Lou's Island. And our delivery service, we're out of commission for the time being. My gut is telling me that the storm left the other islands in the limbo archipelago. You know, it's really ominous that we chose to live in limbo, literally living in limbo archipelago, in an even worse shape. And my gut is never wrong. It's everywhere. Where's Lou? Lou flew off in the middle of the storm. He was sure there was something unnatural about it and that he wanted to find out what was causing it. Lou's not the smartest person. So, does he have hair, or is he really, bad facial swelling? I think he's a walrus, so I feel like it's probably facial swelling, but it's normal facial swelling for a walrus. Almost, like, if you lose the tusks, almost like a dog head, to be honest. His mustache's skin color? Hey, man. That is what it is. I stayed behind to make sure everyone here was safe. A while later, the storm moved on, but Lou hasn't come back yet. No need to worry, though. Your Uncle Lou is the best pilot in the Limbo Archipelago. He is also the only pilot in Limbo Archipelago, and has crashed his plane many times. I'm sure he's A-okay. The sooner we get our delivery service up and running again, the earlier we can support the rest of Limbo Archipelago. Let's see, the bar is pretty low for you to choose to live in Limbo Archipelago. Yeah, no, also it's like, when you're living in a place called Limbo, like, you know, that gets a name somehow. Are you on board, Cadet? Might as well. I like how it does acknowledge that both of these are yes, with the thumbs up here. And also, you know, thumbs up to the devs for using symbolism and color as opposed to or. Might as well. Oh, the archipelago will grow on you, trust me. Let's start by rebuilding and getting my plane working again. I'll meet you down to the plane landing pier. Or what's left of it. A new beginning. I've arrived at Lou's Island. It was so great seeing Hefty again, but the storm turned Lou's delivery into a pile of rubble, and Uncle Lou is nowhere to be found. Hefty says he was trying to find out what caused the storm, however, whatever that means. I'll help Hefty clean up and rebuild the delivery service. Uncle Lou will have returned by then. Pin. Okay, so that's so I can, like, reference the quest later. So there's, that is certainly a run animation. Okay, so I'm assuming... So I am noticing no stamina bar. And we also are running like we're ready to fight someone. We're just going... Oh, for the record, I did not have to switch my keyboard over to QWERTY. So even though it is saying F, which would be the QWERTY control, it is working with U, which is where my F, or my U is a QWERTY F key. So it is working with not QWERTY layouts, but it is labeling it with the QWERTY controls, which is not that big a deal. There you are, Cadet. I'd welcome you in, but I honestly don't like you. I'm only doing this because it's a social obligation. I'd welcome you in, but let's see. Your house is gone. You okay? See you later. Oh, okay. There you are, Cadet. I'd let you in. Your house is gone. Don't worry about the house. It's just walls and a roof. We'll rebuild our delivery piece by piece, starting with the pier. Don't sweat it. Lou's Deliveries has a secret sauce. Helpful gadgets made by someone much smarter than old Hef. Oh, Dvorak, yes. Here, take this. It's called a swirler. It'll help you collect stuff that you might find useful. Just point at whatever you want to suck in, and it'll pull it into your zipper. That is not a euphemism. Please, please, for the love of God, don't point it at people. So you can push it out again somewhere else. Want to try it? Swirl away. Great. If there's one thing we have plenty of after the storm, it's driftwood. I bet you could easily get the pier back in shape with it. Swirler 1.0. Fidge's creation, while it may not be the strongest, it will help you easily collect various resources. You can only harvest level 1 resources with it. Oh, next time we have a dialogue, I'll move it. Okay, let me go ahead and move my camera real fast. Because I did not get the normal time I usually put ahead of time to get this ready. There we go. So, first party foul, screen shake, and let me double check before I'm, like, doing this. First party foul, screen shake, and there's no option to turn it off as far as I can see. Yep. That'll be a screen shake you can't disable. This is 2026. That needs to not be a thing. It does need to be a whole big complicated thing, just let us turn it off. It's also not super clear what is and isn't in play. Like, I've got debris everywhere, but knowing which debris I can and can't use is a little tricky. I mean, that over there's got giant mouse things pointing at it. The ones I went to the other side didn't. Okay. Okay. You got the hang of it already. You're just as good as your Uncle Lou with these things. Ready for what's next? Since Lou took his plane, we only have my bird left, and the storm didn't go easy on the poor baby. It's missing a few parts. Let's take it step by step. First, we need a new propeller. My bird isn't going anywhere without one. We always had spare propeller ready, but it disappeared a couple days ago, and I have a feeling who might have taken it. Oh, those kids, those little rascals, were so keen to build a plane, they must have gotten their tiny hands on it. Their tiny little hands. I'll go check on them. Look for Clip and Clap around the northeast. I bet they're a big slice of Granny's delicious cake that they know where my propeller went. Okay. So, I'm not reading that giant wall of text. The last one basically recapped what I witnessed in the conversation. So, probably good for, like, a recapping later to be like, okay, what was discussed? Alright, so one thing I gotta test, can I go in water? Yes, you can swim. I also want to check if this is a game where you jump in the water and you immediately sink or what. I should have mentioned that the swirler has a bit of a heating problem. Let the swirl cool down again, and you could use it in a few seconds. It may also not be powerful enough to suck everything up you find just yet. Our secret hideout is closed. An even more secret mission on the beach. That means don't go there. Hey, I don't know you. You look an awfully lot like Lou. You're a Lou imposter. You're trying to be as cool as him, right? Doing my best. You're never gonna be as cool as Lou. He's the best pilot ever. He taught us everything. Except how to build a sturdy raft. It's totally not our fault Clap is stuck on the island out there. Distant screaming. If Lou were here, he'd already have rescued Clap. But you're not as cool as him, imposter. You won't get my brother back. What happened? I told you it wasn't our fault. When the storm was gone and Lou hadn't come back, we wanted to rescue him. Not that he'd need rescuing, with how cool he is. I made a plan to build a raft and follow him, but Clap couldn't wait, set off all by himself. He didn't get very far. I'm working on a plan to get him back, but we need driftwood this time. Without Lou, we have to do everything ourselves. I can help. What? Really? I bet you're not as cool enough to get Clap back, imposter. You need to be much more driftwood than we used. Okay. Stop trying to be like Lou, Clap. Clap is still over there. Frantic waving. Not cool. I mean, where's the... Do I go over there to get the raft? Well, you fix the raft, I can go home. I mean, good work on the royal ship, my servant. Your king will now set sail for his secret hideout. Don't follow me. For no... Goodbye. Alright. So definitely a big aspect about this is going to be collecting goods and crafting. So far the crafting has been go-to thing, put in materials that requested, which is fine. I'm curious on how far it goes from there. And very clearly we're going to get upgrades to our swirler and other tools over time. The screen shake is pretty rough. Hey, you thief! This is our propeller for our plane. You can't have it. It's Lou's. What? Clip, you said the propeller didn't belong to... It's a lie, Clap. The imposter's lying. Lou flew away with his plane, and it had a propeller, remember? Lou's delivery needs it. Oh no. Lou's gonna be mad at us, Clip. Okay, take the propeller. But don't forget, how kind we were. Although you're an imposter. But you better make the delivery service run again before Lou gets back here. Alright. So I'm curious if we go to the UI here. So we got our cargo and the zipper. We've got our equipment. It looks like we're going to get something to build, something to scoop, something to fish, and a glider for travel. Oh, we have to right-click it. And so these, I believe, are just cosmetic. Really? Excellent. So yeah, so one thing I've kind of noticed, I think it's good that they had the prompt with all the text here, but right after we finish, like, having a dialogue being like, oh, bring that back to Lou, having it then put, like, the giant paragraph there is immediately training me to utterly ignore it. Because it's just rehashing what I just read. Which means it's not actually serving any benefit at that point, just because of the fact that, like, you know, you cover something and then you repeat yourself, and you just don't want to read it. Good to see you, Cadet. Any news? Got the propeller. You found the propeller? Great work, Cadet. So the little rascals had it after all, hadn't they? Now put it on my plane with the swirler. That's the first step towards getting the plane working again. While you were chasing the propeller, I inspected the electronics of the old bird. Doesn't look good, Cadet. The board computer is pretty much toast. We'll need a new microchip. I wonder if Jackie has one in store for a boat. She usually is a safe bet when it comes to buying aircraft components and materials. I'll talk to Jackie. Wonderful, but wait a second. Jackie might want some shellings for that microchip. Here, that should be more than enough to cover the cost to keep the change. Alright, so we got currency, which is shellings. So there's Granny. Wait, Granny. Oh, Jackie is like literally behind me. I just turn around. Hey there, little shrimp. Lou's Island, you're uncle's home port. But don't you think you're off the hook just yet. You owe me for taking you through the storm. What can I do? I'm just messing with you. It's all good. Nothing quite like a tiny storm to make you feel alive. Also, I have a soft spot for Hefty. 'Twas a fine excuse to drop by the old scallywag, even if he's going to snatch my first mate away. I'll be sticking around Limbo Archipelago to stock up to see what's what. I smell an opportunity for sales on the wind. Do you have a microchip? Hefton already running errands for him. I see. You're yapping him making his plane operational again? You're helping, not yapping. It just so happens I have a pristine microchip in stock. But as much as I like Hefty, I have to take at least some shellings for it. My shop's all set up. Want to trade for the microchip? Let's trade. Alright, take a gander at these buttes. So we will buy the microchip for 4 shellings. Oh, I guess doing that bought the microchip. That's fine. Yeah, I did walk directly up to the booth because I was being distracted by the prompt that said jump. Not realizing that there's a giant prompt F above it. Perfect with that. With that, the board computer should work better than ever. There's one last step to get my bird could fly again. We need to reinforce the hull. Only the most durable materials will do. It's time for you to learn about the core element of our delivery service, the refinery. Although it's a complicated contraption, the way it works is simple. Raw materials go in, refined materials come out. Can you operate a refinery and make 2 refined metal to put on this plane? Cool. Great. Refined metal is made from scrap. You should be able to find more enough laying around here. If you'd rather not collect the scrap yourself, you can, of course, buy it from Jackie, put the scrap of the refinery over by the buildings, and let the machine do the heavy lifting. Ho ho. Okay, so I'm assuming this is effectively tutorial land of the game, and that we're just have to like go through all this. So F. Okay. Or basically it's walking through, it's like, here's how you pick up stuff. Here's how you make materials. Okay. Outstanding work, cadet. Just look at you. You're practically a full-blown plane mechanic now. It's about time you met the brains of our operation. Her name is Fidge. She is the gadgeteer, and probably the smartest person in the archipelago. That's to say, she's currently not around. She went out to do research in Tanglebloom Islands, but we need her back if we're going to rebuild. The thing is, there's nothing but static on the radio, so I guess it took out the Tanglebloom radio tower. So someone needs to fly my bird to Tanglewood and see what's wrong. And with all the good work you've been doing, that someone should be you. Heck yeah. Great, bird is yours. For now, at least. Treat her with care, okay? Head straight south to Tanglebloom. It's a small collection of overgrown islands. You can't miss it. Your first stop should be Mayor Bubo in Tanglebloom Town Hall. He'll know what's up with the radio communication. Best also bring some refined wood and metal in case Tanglebloom's radio tower needs repairs. That's how loot delivery operates. Oh, I almost forgot. The most important thing. Demand money. Here's a little surprise. I had to guess your size as a pilot of light loose delivery. You'll definitely need one. An aviator jacket. Okay, so... Nope. We gotta wear our life jacket. Alright, so it's basically told me I should... Oh, it's literally got up there. So it wants me to make 4 of these. So, can I prime it and then walk away? Would appear I can. Ow. So I don't think we have a health bar. Because we didn't lose any stats that I saw. Oh, we can apparently climb that. I'll deal with that in a second. Apparently we have double jump. Thank you. So it does appear like when it does those prompts until you do the thing, it will harass you, which isn't unreasonable. Okay, so there's no fall damage. We can go here and do 2 more. And thank you, Whismy all for the 20 stream streak. I do appreciate that. Okay, now it's recommending we make 6 of this. We're gonna go talk to Grandma. Hello there. A fresh face on her little island. That's so wonderful. Now get the hell out. You're not welcome here. Isn't that a pleasant surprise? Where are my manners? I'm Gertrude Riley and... forget the formality. Just call me Granny like everyone else does. The kids are hungry? Thank you for checking on them and telling me. I don't actually care. It's about time Clip and Clap get something to fill their bellies with. They always forget to eat while they're playing. It's a sign they might have the ADHD. As a source from someone who actually does have it, and you can get hyper-focused and then you forget to eat, and then when you remember, you're real hungry and maybe cranky. Would you be a dear and get some zananas? Fruit and heartberries for my famous curry, please? Sure. Aren't you the sweetest? I used to get them myself, but after I took one of the kid toys' arrow to the knee, my adventuring days were over for... Luckily, you can find the Xananas fruit, heartberries right in Lewis Island, so you won't need to do any fast traveling nonsense. That screen shake is so aggressive. I can double jump, and I need to remember that. So good news, it looks like you get a pretty decent number per plant. And now I know what to look for the heartberries. Yeah, the screen shake is very aggressive. I would say of the things I've really liked about the game so far, honestly, it's got kind of an endearing whimsy and all that. I don't mind like having the game where it's just like, go fetch, you know, whatever, build the thing to get to the next thing, to figure out how to get to the next thing, like that kind of stuff, and you know, the exploration around that. That to me is a perfectly good game loop. I also don't mind that it doesn't appear to be any like actual combat. Like, you know, I could go over and try and grab this thing, and it just, you know, it bullies me if I do it. Basically says no. But, the screen shake being as aggressive it is and not being able to turn it off is pretty rough. I was curious how that would work. So there's places we can climb here and here. I'm also amused that they have like fictional fruit and all that. It's like, it's heartberries. And it's nanas. There we go. They are bananas shaped like Z's, and they come from a particularly like bent up looking palm tree. I also appreciate the utter lack of a stamina bar, and I do mean that positively. Because there are games that's like, you know, this is a cozy collection game. By the way, the stamina is going to be very aggressively limited. So you spend forever walking everywhere and you can't move very fast. In a game that has no relevance to anything. Like, it's fine when you're like, oh, I'm playing a game that there's a combat focus on it, so stamina is kind of your limiting factor or whatever. Oh. Gave me a pebble. Alright, game. Reminder, I was finding groups of like 8 pebbles going to the mushrooms in the cave. So we basically found a penny in a box. Also, not gonna lie, kicking open a wood box with a pair of sandals sounds like a really bad idea. Okay, so we're gonna go bug Granny in a moment. I figure we might as well check out what's on this path. I'm gonna start grabbing literally everything just to see if there's like an inventory. Actually, yeah, just to see if there's an inventory limitation. I'm imagining it's going to be number of squares as the limiter. And it does appear there's a day-night cycle. All right. It's traumatizing the poor animals. Okay. Watch me in our pebble. Neon skater pants. Alright, hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Now we're officially too cool for school. I also appreciate that I can move while grabbing things. So it's not like, you know, you have to go up to the wall and just like, with your axe be like, tonk, 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 tonk. Alright, let's go over here. Boy. Okay. Goo Pearl. The pirates concocted these pearls. They emit a filth that turned anything they touched dirty. What on earth did they put in it? Okay, so there is combat. It's just instead of taking damage, you'd have some other negative. Maybe it makes you drop things. I don't know. Just stuns, inconvenient. No idea. It's too powerful. All right, Granny. Oh dear, stay a while and listen. I got the ingredients. Now that's a perfect amount of nanas and heart berries for my curry. Care to give them to me, dearie? Thank you. I'll get to this right away. The little ones tend to get themselves into even more trouble when they're hungry, if you can believe that. Here, take this for a little effort for helping little old lady out. What are you giving me that you had to, like, call on the radio? Oh. You're radioing the kids to... They actually rendered the meal and everything. Well, that's actually kind of adorable. Not like they have made Batman's favorite fruit. A zipper upgrade. Oh, right. The zipper's my inventory. Okay. I'm... Oh, they did give me the deluxe edition. So I'm assuming that's what we're seeing is, like, unlocks the deluxe edition. Oh, it's the lights. Okay. Just, I know they're like juice bottles or whatever on the side of his head, but the idea of someone hopping into the plane and they've got, you know, their little sippy straw and the two things of beer on either side of their helmet, and they're like, what? Why is everyone making a big stink about my flying? Okay, so let's get near and then we do that. So it's like an overworld thing. The plane controls are pretty simple. It's just go fast, go slow, and steer. It does a barrel roll, so I'm wondering if that'll matter in any way. Look at this mess. The storm hit Tangle Bloom without any warning. Other than the warnings we've had in the news for about 3 or 4 days coming up in advance. And, you know, then there was the citation that there's going to be the whole, like, worse weather in the upcoming months. And then there's actually, like, this entire thing where they came by door to door requiring an evacuation. But there's no warning. By the irony, Mayor Bubo has even had warning sirens installed a while back. And what sound did he pick for them? Yoo-hoo! Exactly. Nobody took it seriously. Need help? Oh, finally, someone showing some initiative. One can't say that the same for Mayor Bubo. Bubo. The storm ruined our beautiful town, and he doesn't lift a feather. It's up to little people to stick together and organize. We're gonna unionize, and then we're gonna burn down the government. I already collected some smaller debris, but I need someone who can deal with the heavy lifting. You got one of them swirlers, right? Don't you? Could you please remove the fallen over trash bins and trees? It'd spruce up the town a great deal. Sure. Yeah, simply suck up the trash cans and tree trunks scattered around town. I'll continue to take care of the details. Mina, not to judge, but you've named your child Snack. And I don't know what the context is here, but I don't think it's okay. Bad feather fur day? Not to worry, your friendly stylist is coming to Tangle Bloom Town soon. Alright, so I guess I'm going to need to travel to different parts of town. Where did those theoretically come from? Like, a lot of the other debris, I'm like, random wooden planks, sure, but these are just, like, chunks of stone, and I'm not seeing, like, an immediate building missing a chunk. All right. Okay, I can get on board with that. Just a nice sand crab. Okay, so this is marking roughly where stuff is. Oh, is there more up top the building? We got money. Literal cash. We definitely just broke into someone's home and stole that, by the way. Alright, we'll figure that out in a minute. Not important, but wanted to let you know. Your DM request for you to They can take. I know it's an off-stream thing, but I'm just curious now. We can open for DM role in Discord. I'll have to look into that. What you mean after stream? Here we go. What is it? I just hand the form to my secretary over there. What form? You don't know, all requests must be handed in via official form. Without that, we can't process your request. Good day. The mayor is currently very much occupied. You see, the recent storm has wrought havoc on the Tangle Bloom town, and we're currently flooded with assistance requests. Regardless of Tangle Bloom assistance, hey, Brildane, thank you so much for the raid and all that stuff. I hope you had yourself a good stream and all that stuff. Can we get a shout out? Doing some RimWorld. I hope your RimWorld went well and all that stuff. For those who don't know, Brildane, an absolutely fantastic content creator, has played lots of games like RimWorld, has done Product Zombie, a whole bunch of stuff around that. A lot of fun time. Does like this really cool VTuber setup where she's got like her own custom model with her outfits and everything. Like a lot of really neat stuff going on there. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely someone we're checking out. I'm actually surprised to see you rating out this time. Usually you're on after I wrap up. But I hope you had a good time and all that stuff. It was our schedule community approval stream with Twitch. It was your schedule community approval stream with Twitch. Oh, right, yeah. So also has been working on a Twitch integration mod for RimWorld, the community, not mod, that's not the word, extension. But yeah, no, it's pretty cool. Like, it's been fun watching that come together. So definitely go check out Brildane. Absolutely fantastic. Highly, highly, highly recommend. For those popping in, I'm Rual Storge. I do play a variety of games here on Twitch. I'm most known for the exploits in Product Zombie, where I used to hold a world record. That said, I do play a whole bunch of games, including RimWorld. And today we're checking out a bunch of games that we have thing. So, you had to be live at a stupid o'clock? Yeah, gotcha. Gotcha. It was all approved and is now live too. Nice! Nice, excellent. I'm glad you got that approved. That's cool. But yeah, so absolutely, that's cool. So you got your extension and all that. That'll be good. Having lots of options for like Twitch integration stuff for RimWorld is always a good thing. So yeah, that'll be cool to check out because I know I messed with it a little bit when I was hanging out on one of your streams a while back and all that stuff. But they haven't turned on your bit buttons yet. Gotcha. No idea in that regard. Hopefully they get that all sorted out for you pretty quick. Because like I said, Brildane's been working on a Twitch integration thing for RimWorld, and it's been fun seeing that kind of coming together. So yeah, no, that'd be cool if it, like, you know, you can get it to be, you know, fully approved extension and all that kind of stuff where people can, you know, spend bits and all that to do stuff in the game to support their creators, as well as when that stuff's typically set up, a small cut of the bits spent on the extension also get put to the people who maintain it, which is good. I think that's wonderful that, you know, people putting the time to develop that stuff do get some kickback for their efforts if people are using it. So that'll be fantastic. I'll have to check that out next time I mess around with RimWorld for like a special occasion, because I'll do I don't do much Twitch integration, but like every once in a while for like a charity stream or whatever. Or it's like, usually it's a reward for a charity stream. Like, if we raise a certain amount of money, I'll do a Twitch integration stream. So, I'll definitely want to check that out. Well, okay. We'll figure out. Because it's just in there, it's like, wait a second. It'll be taking bits. It'll be Twitch integration. So, it's kind of like paying myself as a reward for... It's fine. It'll thing. So, Twitch checks out an extension while they're being test run live to decide if they approve it. I don't know the... You can turn that all off. Gotcha. I haven't checked out. Cool. Because then, yeah, because I would... Because I'd make sure I'd want to do it where it wasn't by bits if I was doing that as a reward for the community versus whatever. But yeah, no, it's cool, like, having that. Yeah, no, I know there's an approval process Twitch has when you start involving bits into it. I'm not familiar with the details because I never looked into it. But you can't just throw an extension up on there and be like, I take bits now. There is a process. which is good because otherwise there'd be all sorts of scams. But it is cool that you've got the approval, and now they're just kind of going through whatever stuff they got to go through on their back end to get you everything. It's better than Rim Connect. I can imagine that wouldn't be the hardest thing in the world. No negatives to say about Rim Connect. Rim Connect's got some... Because there was Rim Connect and there's the other one, and I always forget. So there's one that you can grab, like, just the mod that has a connection, and it's okay. And then, yeah, Twitch Toolkit, and it's okay. And then Rim Connect was definitely one that it's got stuff that's just broken in it. At least last I looked. So yeah, no, it's good to have a new one that's like an actual extension as opposed to just, you know, reads chat or whatever. Mine's a story vibe. Yeah, no, that's cool. Like I said, I definitely know I got to mess around with it a little bit the one day. And I was keen to check it out. I just haven't had a chance. But yeah, so again, check out Brilldane. Absolutely fantastic. And if we start seeing the community extension showing up on different places in the RimWorld category, that's where it comes from. So with all that. So for those popping in here, as I mentioned, I'm Rual Storge. I play a variety of games on Twitch. We are at the September, where we're coming into September. It's not quite September. We're coming into September, which this genuinely might be the most games I've seen releasing in any month ever since I've started streaming, including like holiday seasons and everything. It's a weird month. So we're trying to check out a bunch of different games while this is all going on. To give you an idea, there was one day in September that not even like the overall released number of games, but just like your personal calendar, so the games that Steam thinks you like. I have over 50 releases on one day in September. So that's already like curated down to like, here's games in your genres you typically play. Even with it curated down to that, I have over 50 games releasing in one day. And almost every single one of those days are like 7 or so games coming out, with like the occasional day that only has like 1 or 2. So it is a completely unmanageable number. But today we're checking out Lagoon. Admittedly, I will say my overall impression of the game so far, it's got a lot of good stuff going on, but it's got some pretty rough edges. It's got some pretty aggressive screen shake that cannot be disabled. It's probably the most bad thing. So it's every single time you pick up something, your camera goes like this a little bit. And that's kind of what you do in the game, is you pick up stuff and then you craft stuff and then you shove those things into things, and it screen shakes almost every step of the way, and not just a little. So that's been a pretty hard hit since it can't be turned off. They've got a couple decisions that I wouldn't necessarily love. Like, you'll have an entire conversation. It's like, oh no, the plane's ruined. We need to get the turbine. You'll have to go or bug the kids. They probably took the turbine. And then you'll get a quest prompt that'll be like a full paragraph covering what was just said. And I don't mind that being in like the journal for when you go to check later, because, you know, you could step away from the game for a week and be like, man, I don't remember what's going on. And, you know, you could read it there. But like having that right after you've just had the dialogue in me, it's like, you know what you're training me to do? To never read the prompts you give me, because it's literally rehashing what you just told me. But yeah, no, it's Brildane's got like a really fun avatar over there. Like I said, that's you know, works on herself and everything. Has a cool Invader Zim theme going on there. It's a fun channel to hang out there. So yep. So right now, basically what's happened is we showed up. A really nasty storm came through. It trashed these islands, and we're going around and cleaning things up, looking for. I actually don't know if it's like our uncle or our dad or what our relationship is with Lou. They are a family member of older age than we are. That is Lou. And then we have our own character, which is customized. So where you see our character being bubblegum pink, you don't have to make your character bubblegum pink. Or give yourself like the thickest eyebrows that have ever eyebrowed. But yeah, so we just showing up on the second island, and we're talking to the mayor, who is losing their mind because everyone is asking them to work on everything because the storm just rolled through and trashed everything. Regardless, the Tangle Boom Sorry. Tango Bloom administration would like to try to assist you as best we can. The radio tower needs repairs. The what now? A radio tower needs repairs? Nonsense. The individual is probably referring to the fact that we lost contact with the other islands because our radio tower was damaged. Oh, yes, that. What is it about that we did about that again? We dispatched Bobster to repair the radio tower on Norleaf, sir. But he has failed to report back, and neither have we heard anything from the Gadgeteer Fidge station there. Judging by the large quantity of refined materials and suitable for repairs that this individual brought, may I suggest that we accept their help? I have an idea. You, how would you like to be assigned to a mission of an utmost importance? Can I say no? Absolutely not. And go find Bobster and radio tower by the radio tower and Norleaf to support him with whatever he needs. Gondo will be able to take you there. Oh, living on a prayer, take my hand, will make it, I swear. Sorry, I blacked out there for a second. Sir, Gondo is currently prohibited from leaving the port. What? Nonsense! Who gave that order? You did, sir. Well, tell Gondo that this person is my envoy, and he needs to be taken to Norleaf immediately. I'll see to it, sir. Cool. Yeah, so as you saw, they had that prompt there that was this giant, like, full paragraph about what that discussion meant. And also check out Basset. Does, like, has done stuff like Digimon, Pal World, those kind of things. So if you like any of that, you can find it over there. Alright, so we got an exclamation mark here. So we saw that earlier. That was for another quest I have. And it seemed like it was up this tower. So I think somewhere up this tower is like a tipped over trash can or something. Oh, I can't actually go in there. Okay. Because we got this box. That's fine. I'm not gonna worry about it. All right. Well, is that a plane from Lou's delivery you came here on? Oh, sorry. I'm Gondor, so great to meet you. Welcome to Tango Bloom Town, the central island and capital of Tango Bloom. Can I ask you a personal question? Are you an organ donor? And also, what is your blood type? So you piloted that machine. You're an air delivery captain just like Lou then. Is there any chance Lou's delivery service is looking for, you know, employees? You see, I'm a bit of a delivery worker myself. I transport people between the small island north of here and Norleaf. Only by boat, but by cool plane, but not by a cool plane like yours, no. You can't reach the island with one. Take me to Norleaf? This is embarrassing, but I'm grounded. I had a bit of a misunderstanding between Mayor Bubo and me. You're good to go. For real? The mayor says I'm allowed to go to Norleaf and then back again? Like a delivery service? Yeah, thank you so much for peeking up for me. I'm happy to take you with me anytime. To Norleaf. Ready to hop aboard my boat to go to Norleaf? Sure. Okay. So we need to talk to Bobster at the radio tower. No. Inventory is full because I'm a inventory hoarding gremlin. So we got water berries and a bunch of other nonsense. So you can climb up vines and all that. That's a resource we can take there. Okay, so let's check over here and see if we can't climb over this area and then up there. That's exactly what we're looking for. Oh, good. Innocent animals. Oh, you don't even care. I've been tormenting a lot of the innocent animals by just using the, like, suction gun thing. And just grabbing them with it even though I can't do anything, and then they get upset and they run away. Okay. Guessing this is where we're going? Nope, you're not the right person. So it seems supposed to go over there. I don't feel like I'm supposed to be walking on this. It's a little glitchy. There's a little bit of an edge, so you can't climb up that easy. I'm not sure if that's where it's supposed to climb, but that did work. Can you discard inventory? I'm sure there's got to be a way. Yes. You can move it to your plane, or you can right-click to, like, delete it from existence. Hey, Sean Small, how's it going? Ah, it's you. Do I know you? Sorry for getting ahead of myself. My name's Barter. Nice to finally meet you. When I heard there's another person traveling the archipelago, I had to get to know you. Isn't it strange how everyone stays in one place all the time? Like it was some sort of rule that everyone has to blindly obey? I don't care much about rules, and all as it looks, neither do you. There's so much to see and do, and folks just that need helping hand, right? I'd rather stay in one place. That's fine too. Looks like you see, yeah, let's see, even have a builder gadget. You can settle anywhere. And if you're in the mood to travel, you can pretty much find me anywhere. Nowhere is safe from me. I watch you when you sleep. If you're in need of an item or two, gathered quite in collection of my journeys, just say the word, let's trade. Perfect. My inventory is full. Well, that is unfortunate because my inventory is also full. Oh, I can sell stuff? Heck yeah. Inventory is about to be a lot more full than it was a second ago. Excellent. Got some more currency. Okay, so we're supposed to be looking for Bobster somewhere here. Couldn't fully wholesome voice acting again. Yep. Oh, what do we have here? A fresh face. Weak arms, slouching posture. You're definitely not a builder like me. Good Bobster's your man, cause fix it he can. Rings a bell? Not really. Well, with your meager muscle mass, that rock you've been living under must be practically buried you. You definitely don't row here with that weedy little arms of yours. You're a pilot then, am I right? Of course I'm right, I'm always right. Also, Lou mentioned you time and time again. You see, I'm also a proud member of his crew. Great to meet you, flabby little person. Mayor Bubo sent me. Typical. I'm just getting started and those bureaucrats are already sending their scrawny little helpers after me. No offense. I do quality work. It takes time, of course. Those office sitter types don't understand it. But you do, I can tell. You may be skinny, even haggard, but you're someone who gets out there and gets a job done. Come hell or high water, aren't you? I guess. Ha, I knew it. I know how you can prove it. I got a little carried away with my warm-up, you see. Nothing keeps one's biceps in training like bending refined metal. If those materials can't withstand a little exercise, what good are they then anyway? Give me new refined metal and wood to work with, will you? I brought everything. Smart thing bringing those with you. You may lack brawn, but I see you got them brains. For some physical training, I'll have you put the materials in the radio tower. Trust me, you'll feel much better afterwards. Okay. Another job completed to utter satisfaction by yours truly. I know, right? Even I am sometimes stunned by how quickly I work. I must commend you, however, for not dying of exhaustion when you carried all those materials. Well done, flimsy little weakling. Oi, what's with all the commotion, Bobster? You're scaring the beavers away. How's anyone supposed to get proper research like? Don't sneak up on me like that. You're the new wingnut? Been wondering when you'd show up. Yeah. I sure know that Lou's your uncle. Didn't take a genius to figure that out. The wonders of aviation. To be able to hop from here to there. All bonny-like. Just what me mind does all the time anyways. Lying all right, but only rowing shows. Anyway, grand meeting ya. Name's Fidgety Crank, but everyone here calls me Fidge. Much better. Can't argue with efficiency. We're done here then. Indeed, we are, thanks to my... Then what are you waiting for? Let's get going. Hefty must be missing me by now. Wingnut, can you take me to Lou's Island fierce quick? Sure can. Perfect. It's settled then. I'll meet you at your plane. Give your old machine a proper checkup in the meantime. There she goes, strutting her slim little legs. Slim little legs. Could take 'em for my luck. Always on the move. Just like good Bobster. I, for one, will be rowing to stranger shores. I have a feeling there are more radio towers in shambles waiting for me. We'll meet again, puny little person. Well, that's a fever dream. Whee! Gravity. Hello there. Back to town. Ready to trip back to Tanglewood Town? Yep. Okay. Let's go, Wingnut. Ready to fly? Sure is. I checked your plane's hull integrity, oiled the propellers, replaced the floats, rudder's a bit creaky, but nothing to concern about. I meant you. What about me, Wingnut? Didn't conclude me research on the beavers, but that can wait. Although the beavers evolving fast, bustling little fellows they are. I heard about subspecies roaming the other islands. They've adapted fierce quick to the unique conditions throughout the archipelago. Fascinating, aren't they? High time we get going, Wingnut. Just take off with your plane. Let's get to Luz Island, all lightning-like. Obviously, they expect her to have a more high-pitched voice. Why did I salute when I get into the plane? What's your rating for this game? So, it's got some stuff that's good. Like, so far, the game loop is go to the thing that needs to be fixed, collect the materials, fix the thing. And all that, and you continue to expand to get new things and whatnot. But, like, I'm not entirely sure, like, how much it... Because we're still fairly early game. But, it does have some pain points. Like, it's got some pretty aggressive screen shake you can't turn off. So... A rephrase, kid-friendly? I'm sorry, what? Alright. It's cute. It's got some whimsy. It's not a survival crafter, but it is a crafter. But basically, you go to, like, where you have a project to be worked on, you collect all the resources, you finish the project, then you move on to the next project, and, you know, like, the story goes along the way. The story's cute, the animation's pretty fun, the characters are pretty neat, but like I said, it's got some pretty aggressive screen shake, and you can't turn it off. That's probably the biggest party foul. And then you also have where you'll have, like, dialogue and dialogue and dialogue, and that part's fine. But what'll end up happening is after you add a whole bunch of dialogue, be like, okay, here's the quest you've given, they'll give you this giant window that's got a big paragraph of everything you just discussed. But do you think kid age 9 to be okay? Yeah, as long as screen shake doesn't mess with them, I think you'd be fine. Oh, rating like ESRB. Yeah, it's so far, like, it would definitely be child-friendly. From what I've seen, I haven't seen anything that was, like, even teen or tween or whatever. Basically, it's got, like, a very Disney-esque story of, like, oh, there was water and wind, and they got into a fight, and they made a story as, like, just this weird, like, fairy tale intro. And then there's the storm that kind of trashes the islands, but it's not like they focus on anyone getting hurt or anything like that. It's just like, oh, well, the house got destroyed, but don't worry, we'll fix the dock. We can get that house in no time. So it definitely has a lot of, like, whimsy and going on, so it definitely would be, like, an E for everyone from what I've seen so far. Obviously I haven't played that much of it, but, like, so far I haven't seen anything I would be concerned about, like, showing to my own niece or nephew. You did it, Cadet. You brought Fidge back and repaired the Tangle Bloom's radio tower. We've got a radio signal from them. Oi, Hefty. Where did me monkey wrench go? Did you borrow it again while I was away, all sneaky like? You can't keep anything for secret from Fidge. I really missed you. I missed you too, old Chancer. But I bet you missed my gadgets more. I have to admit, it's not entirely wrong. We've been having a hard time rebuilding. Do you think you can get us a new builder? Sure can. We'll get Lou's delivery up and running as quickly as a beaver can snack up a tree full of zananas. Like. Alright. Oi, Wingnut, come here real quick. What is it? Hefty wants me to make a builder. That's easy enough. But I need you to get something essential first. What's a builder? Glad you're asking. The builder's my pride and joy. I mean, apart from the swirler, the scooper, the zipper, and the refinery. Now that I think about it, I can't play favorites, but the builder does something fantastic. It manifests structures as long as you have the materials. There's something absolutely I need to make a builder, though. What do you need? Shellings. Tons of them, actually. You need shellings? You know, to make the gadget station that makes the gadgets. I had to incorporate the ancient device with a tiny slot and 3 wheels with the strange fruit glyphs. You need to jam something of particular size and shape into the slot and zoom. The machine springs to life so mysterious and peculiar-like. What was it used for? Turns out shellings fit the slot perfectly, so I need a steady influx of them. Not ideal, but you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. To make a builder, I need a fierce amount of shellings. How's your purse looking these days? Got loads of shellings. Eureka? It's not Eureka, it's like Eureka? Looks like you have an entire delivery business thing figured out, Wingnut. Let's get this over with and get you a builder, shall we? Alright. Shellings for the builder. Oh, you've got enough shellings altogether, Wingnut. Never even copped it, did you? Let's get this over and get you a builder, shall we? Okay. Okay. Builder enables you to build whatever you want, whenever you want. All you need is building, layout, and the necessary materials to build away. Okay. I am finding the game is also very dialogue heavy, but it also could be that we're early game. Like, I don't mind if it is like a very storied thing, but like narrating it all is like not gonna be a thing my voice can handle all day. You're back. Any matter? I got the builder. Oh, pirates on the island. Pirates? Here? They haven't dared to set foot on Luz Island since we drove them off all those years ago. Back in the day, riffraff pirates used the island as one of their base of operations to rob port trade ships for their goods. Oh, the fact they're back among all this chaos makes me wonder if there's more. Granny. Huh. I don't know what we'd do without that old lady. She's the heart and soul of Luz Island. She looks after Clip and Clap. She cooks for all of us. And man, her Nana curry is a legendary. Between us, Cadet, I only understand about half of what she rumbles on about. You won't believe how Lou and I came to know her, but that's his story, not mine. Got the builder. Outstanding. Glad Fitch hasn't lost her spark during her time over in Norleaf. Oh, I'm sure you've been tremendous help as well. To rebuild, we need more factories than just the refinery. We need a manufacturer that could assemble complex building machines. Why don't you keep the builder and use it to construct the manufacturer for us? Can you do that, Cadet? Let's get building. Very good. Here's the manufacturer blueprints. They will tell the builder what it's supposed to look like. And here's a special part that you'll need. I salvaged it from the destroyed factory. Please handle it with care. It's worth a fortune. For building, use the fenced-in area here. Get your builder out, select the manufacturer, and place it somewhere inside. Once you have a working manufacturer, let Fidge know. She'll take it from there. Okay. Yep, so like that other prompt was something new with the spark cores, but the game has taught me to just skip dialogue because of dialogue just repeating what I've already read before. Which is the danger of when you just have someone get a dialogue and then immediately follow by giving a summary of the same thing. Okay. Drone station. So we need 5 refined metal. Okay. But yeah, honestly, like, I do feel like if they add a toggle to turn off the screen shake, I'd say that's the only like big negative I have is the screen shake, which is a very fixable thing. You just add a little toggle, turn it off, no biggie, all sorted, and that happens painfully often. But like the whole like run around, collect the materials, pretty straightforward stuff. Okay, so this is the manufacturer. Let's wedge that bad boy in there about as far as we can. Now I gotta go bother Fidge. Be with you in a sec. I was doing the super deep voice, but I can't. Got a manufacturer. Eureka Grand! Now we can finally take care of our wind turbine. That's been properly banjanxed by the storm. Wouldn't have any juice without it. All it needs is some thrust bearings. It'll make it right as rain. The manufacturer can make them. Gather the needed materials, shove them into the manufacturer, and it'll spit out thrust bearings before you know it. When you have them, climb up the wind turbine above the houses, and put the thrust bearings in. You can't go wrong. Okay, so you want me to make thrust bearings. And I paid one of the diamond things to get those. And apparently I gotta make it out of zanananas and refined metal. So I need at least 9 of the banana things. And I vaguely remember the place I found most of the zananas. We're kind of climbing up these hills. Okay, so you need 2 of those, so I need 6 bananas, not the 9 I said. Okay, that should be plenty. So I can run on over here. And I already don't remember how much. So it's 1 refined metal each, so we'll need 2 refined metal. But yeah, the animation's cool, the characters are cool. What we've seen of the different mechanics are cool. The flying's like, the flying is definitely not like a flight sim or something like that. It's definitely a lot more in the, like, it's kind of an overworld that has like basic flight mechanics. We'll have to wait a minute for that. All right. And really quick, while that's manufacturing that, I'm going to take 2 seconds to grab myself a new drink, and I'll be right back. Thank you again for tuning in. I'll be back in a moment. Okay. Because I figured I might as well grab the, I figured I might as well grab a new drink while we're waiting on that. So it does have crafting and a timer, which is fine, as long as those timers stay nice and short. I just hope it doesn't end up being one of those things like down the road, they're like, oh, this is an advanced material, you know, here's your 10-minute timer. It doesn't seem like the kind of game that would do that. Because then you always run that thing, it's like, do I run and work on something else? Or what? Will you look at that? Everything is coming back to life. You did it again, cadet. We can finally use the job board again. It allows us to take delivery requests from all over the archipelago, given that the radio towers work. With the chaos of the storm brought, I bet you there will already be help requests on the job board. It's up to you to take a look. Okay. Fabulous fashion. My fashion store has been utterly destroyed. I need someone to come and get me the materials so I can get back in shape. Or everyone will be horribly out of style soon. Rundown harbor. Tangle Bloom's town's harbor's looking pretty worse for wear. No harbor, no business with old Jackie. Will you repair it soon? I mean, we're definitely taking the clothing first. Ah, finally, you there. Me? Yes, you. I sure hope there's no one else listening in on this. Having to resort to the job board is bad enough as it is. You look in dire need of something fashionable, but my boutique is totally in shambles and I can't work like this. You have to deliver me the materials to rebuild my fashion store here in Tanglebloom Town. Will you help, please? Awesome. You are awesome. But not your clothing. Your pants are stylish, but the rest of you, ugh. I don't know what happened to you, kid, but you need help. I'll be waiting right here for your material delivery in front of my train wreck of a fashion store. So I need 10 refined wood. So it seems like the game loop here is going to be, we take a quest, we make the goods, we ship them over, and one would assume what's going to end up happening is over time, is we would go and, you know, get more and more machinery back here that I'd manufacture stuff, cook stuff, whatever it comes up. I have no idea what levels of complexity we're going to get out of it. We ship it over to the art place, you get some new available thing. In this case, it looks like we'll get a place that I can buy clothing to make my character look better or whatever. The other one will get a shop and all that stuff. Can you take more than one quest? Little shrimp, is that you on the job board line? I'm standing right next to you, you know. See, I just returned to Tanglebloom. The harbor there looks worse than a fish market after a bunch of hungry mouse birds rolled in. There's no way I'm setting up shop in Tanglebird Town unless their harbor's back in tip-top shape. Think you can apply your plains fixing skills and get the needed materials to Tanglewood? Alright. You're the real deal, little shrimp. All the machinery Hefty got in Lew's Island bout to help with that. So I can only pin one at a time. I also don't know where I get refined stone, so... Let's take a look to see if we have refined stone here. Okay, so don't see it here. Let's check here. Gotcha. Cool. How many do you say you need? 8? The Gleam Reef Radio Tower. Job board. Show me the step-by-step tutorial on how to build a radio tower. Job board? Job board, hello? Help with the tower? Oh, who's speaking there? Oh, it's I knew that. You want to help me with a building? I had an apprentice once. She was a Vui? I don't know what that means. Your constitution reminds me of her wobbly shape. She was a true prodigy. Her work was flawless until one day she started complaining about how she was working too much and quit. It was only later I realized I was to blame. I had spoiled her by taking too much of her workload. Well, I've learned my lesson, and I'm determined to never make that mistake again. Why can't I help you then? Because you're going to fix this utterly botched radio tower all by yourself instead of helping. Who knows? Maybe when you're done with it, you'll be ready to become my apprentice. Are you ready to learn about the ways of the builder? By working on a radio tower here? Sure, get it done. My attitude is truly rubbing off on you. One likes to see it. This guy is prime management material? Yep. I'm sure you won't have any trouble crafting the materials you need without my stellar guidance, will you? I honestly, like most of the managers I've had over the years have been pretty good, but I have had one or two who were of the type, you do all the work, and they are absolutely more than happy to take all the credit. Alright, so I don't have nearly the things that they need. So let's go here. So I got that. I need 6 refined metal. Okay, so I need to find more metal to go. Ooh, does the metal not respawn? It's gotta respawn, right? Because if it doesn't respawn, that'd be honestly a very interesting problem to run into, where I have to like go around the islands to source stuff. And that could be really good or really bad. I would be shocked. It might be I just maybe did a pass to grab a bunch of it very recently. Your one thing you'll always hold about management styles: managers admit their mistakes are diamonds in the rough. Yeah, like I said, I've been fortunate that I've had some pretty good managers in my career. That, like, yeah, I've had some bad ones, but they were the exception, not the rule. But like when I worked retail, that's kind of, I had the one really good manager I really liked. I had one manager who she did her best, but like she was definitely someone who got kind of thrown into a position that she wasn't quite ready for, but she did well. Like, she learned and everything, so like don't actually really have much complaints. She just needed more time. And I had one who was ready to throw you under the bus at a moment's notice. Like, you had policies you'd have to follow unless you're good, like, and if you don't, you'd get fired. And then the customer would whine until a manager shows up, and it would immediately just be like, yep, we can do that. Like, right after you had, like, just really put your foot down and be like, no, like, that's not something we do. It's against policy. I physically can't do it. Like, I'm incapable of doing that. And yeah, would absolutely do that. I hated working with that guy. I was fortunate that I ended up working with the manager I liked the most. finding almost exclusively the driftwood. Okay, I'm kind of grabbing everything. Zombie questions, do coolers help maintain freshness? I don't believe so. Yeah, no, you're talking about like a styrofoam or plastic cooler. Yeah, I don't believe so. It's possible that I'm just unaware, especially with changes in build 42. But generally speaking, when it came to food preservation, it was purely a temperature mechanic kind of thing. Yeah, there might be some combination that works. I just don't remember it. So this will give me 3 different missions to do in the other town. This kind of makes me think of what's the name of the game? My Time at Sandrock, My Time at Portia, but a lot more like whimsy. Hello, stranger. I'm pondering a question. If a boat gets into a storm out at sea and no one's around to see or hear it, will it sink? It won't. You think so? It's a conundrum, a riddle without a solution, a mystery left unsolved. Okay, it will sink? Unfortunately, it's very much around to see and hear my boat splinter to pieces. Now I'm here as a castaway. Call me Wilson. I'm a humble fisherman and a humble stranded fisherman at that. Stranded? Oh yes, this is Luz Island, isn't it? It means I'm a long way from Tanglebloom Town and facing yet another enigma. How do I get refined materials to repair my boat if you're not a skilled refinery? I can refine. You can? Now I'm intrigued. If you truly can refine, please untangle the conundrum, then repair my boat on the small island south of here. I'll be patiently awaiting your return. Okay. You want 10 more and then thrust bearings. Okay, that's fine. Right, so thrust bearings, craft 2, get it going. Yeah, that's what it's like. It's feeling very, very My Time at Sandrock, My Time at Portia, but like with the cute cranked up. Yeah, Project Zomboid, they currently... So, the liquids that you can change the amounts and all that, they do not go bad. Wait, if I just stand there, does it give it to me? Is that what I just saw happen? No. Okay. But yeah. Which is a meme in its own right, of just getting, like, containers and containers of milk. So that you don't need to, say, my inventory is full. It should be okay, though. Alright, so you want me to go to the silent island south of here. Something tells me this won't be like Chop Chop Inc., where you go to the edge of the map and you just see like this giant like sentry gun aim at you and you're like, keep going, I dare you. I don't think they have the giant scary gun that points at you as you get close to the edge of the map. You're like, okay, I'll get back into bounds, my bad. Aha! The mystery has been unraveled. My boat, it's been restored. I appreciate your help, stranger. Now I can get back to Tanglebloom Town and to my fishing. I wish you well. Should our paths cross again, I will surely repay your kindness with knowledge. I will surely repay your tangible goods with intangible benefits. I figured there had to be a treasure chest here somewhere. A pink snapback. And give up my little keg hat? My little dual koozie hat going on here? At least it's knowledge and not exposure. This is true. Okay, so with that, that means I've got the stuff done here. Oh, there's another quest here. Like, I keep noticing exclamation marks and being like, oh, another thing. Oh, another thing. Because games have taught me over the years that if there isn't a limit on the number of quests, to accept every single quest before I go anywhere, because quite often your quest will take you to the same place, and you'd rather do all of it in, like, one trip versus, like, going back and forth constantly. Good to see you, Cadet. Any news? You seem worried. I just realized Lou still hasn't come back, and there's no radio signal from him either. He may be a daredevil, but that's very unlike him. Let's look for Lou. Yes, cadets, let's do that. I know just where to start. Remember that Lou took off because he had an idea what was causing the storm. He believed it was somehow connected to a book. A book? With all the commotion from the storm, I only understood about half of what he said, but it was a book he often read to you when you were little. Lou wanted to find someone who could tell him more about it. At the time, however, he didn't seem to know who that person might be. Could you ask around Tanglebloom Town? It's the largest town in the archipelago. Lou knows lots of people there. Okay. I'll remain here and contact some folks over the radio. If I can hear anything, I'll relay information straight to you. And thank you. Oh yeah, the infinite quests in Field of Mysteria is just like, I've effectively accepted like quest bankruptcy in that game. Where it's like, nope, can't take anymore. All right, so you have a quest for me? Oi, what's the story? Working on something? Oi, am I ever, Wingnut? Remember doing those research on the beavers back in Norleaf? I was watching little fellas gathering food from all over the island, creating massive reserves for them underground. And then it struck me, a true Eureka moment. We're having all the gadgets and factories, but we're criminally lacking something. We still have to go out and collect all those materials ourselves. Imagine sending drones to gather them for you. Yay, science. I've just completed the design for a prototype. Fancy trying it out, Wingnut? Let's automate. Here's a prototype drone station blueprint, and here are the materials to make one straight away. I gathered those without using the drone mind. Build a drone station in the fenced area and give me a shout when it's up and running. So we got electrical cables, which is a new component. We got magnetic pulse bolts. When bolting isn't enough, use magnetic pulse bolts and nuts to keep things together forever. Alright. So 2. Happy little drone station. I'm assuming that's something where you can be like, go get me a resource, and it just does it slowly. Be with you in a sec. Got the drone. Boy, that's fantastic. It's alive. Figuratively speaking, mind. Make good use of those drones, but keep in mind you'll need to have gathered material first before the drone can collect it for you. So we could buy a bunch of random electronic materials. Be there, drone that. So we've got all of those unlocked. So it seems like there's a pretty good amount of materials in the game. Probably, maybe we have a fifth of them. So I can go there and say, oh, I see. You pay money to not do work. You little drone. Demanding cash. How dare you? Who do you think you are asking for reasonable compensation for your work? Clearly not the protagonist of any game. Everyone knows if you're a protagonist of a game, you have to do everything for the very charitable amounts. Oh, interesting. So the balloons give us random resources. Yeah, I've been very much enjoying Mysteria, but yeah, it is one of those things, you get the quest log, and once you get like enough quests, you're like, I don't care anymore. All these quests, I'm ignoring them forever. If I happen to finish them, great. I appreciate it's just telling me who to go to, and I don't have to, like, literally bother everyone in town. Take a good look around. We have long abandoned our old ways of living in trees. And for what? Oh, that kid ran into us and knocked us over. I was like, why would the dude play the noise? And for what? So that we can live in brick buildings and wear floral shorts? I have to admit, the shorts are so comfortable. Have you seen a loot around? Huh? I wouldn't know. I was completely absorbed in admiring my shorts. There's definitely got to be a way to climb higher up there. Okay, so you can't climb on the wall there. Oh, I think that marker is just basically saying, like, center of town. They said, don't do it, Tammy. Carnies impress with their feather fur, not with putting on clothes. And were they right? Nope, they were dead wrong. Everybody needs fashion. Although they did have to point me to the warning me about natural disasters. Honestly, great call. How am I supposed to show them the errors of their ways when my boutique is flattened? Huh, can you tell me that? Oh, it's you, the person with the job board. Fantastic. Please tell me you brought the materials. Have you seen Lou around? Oh, the guy who utterly outdated flight jacket and those ridiculous goggles? No, I haven't seen him. But if you do, send him my way. He's in dire need of an outfit overhaul. So apparently I'm actually one refined metal short of what I'm supposed to have to finish that. So that's it's mildly embarrassing. Okay. Yeah, no, the screen shake is pretty rough. It does look like once you've gathered a material. Alright. Once you've gathered material and all that, you can just pay to send it out. But yeah, no, the non-disabled screen shake is pretty bad. It's one of those things I find a little bit difficult to be as sympathetic these days. Is stuff like doing things only in red and green, so colors required, no symbolism or anything is rough. This game doesn't have this. This game is good about that. Undisable screen shake, undisable motion blur. Because, like, the screen shake and motion blur is a thing that you implement yourself. You add to a game. So it's not something that just happens. And someone needs to stop and be like, but should you? And it's fine to add it. It's fine for it to exist. But there always needs to be an option to get rid of it. Another one, which this one's fine, is changing controls. We ran into that with Chop Chop Inc. Is Chop Chop Inc. There's no configuration of controls in the game. So while they were good about having the screen shake turned off, motion blurs could just happen if you took too many boxes. DirectX 12 DLS. Well, DLSS and TAA isn't really motion blur, but it does have like the weird artifacting similar to motion blur. It's one of the things I usually will go with any game where it's like DLSS. I'm like, no, it's off immediately. Immediately turn it off. I've had games crash a whole lot more when DLSS is on. I have like, usually it's not motion blur, it's the artifacting behind whatever it is. So it has like this weird, not quite right thing where you have like after images of the object. Yeah, the smearing ghosting. Yeah, no, it's definitely one of those. So it's like DLSS turns off immediately. It's one of the reasons why, like, when NVIDIA is like, oh yeah, we're gonna do our new like AI graphics thing. It's like, nah, man, you can't get your other crap right. It's done. My boutique is alive again. You're great. And a great person needs to look fashionable. I mean, you can't walk around looking like this. Come on. Come, marvel in my offerings. And here's your payment. So all these are aesthetic. I'm assuming I go up to you and then I can buy them. Ah, my favorite customer. Looking to outfit yourself? Buy clothes. Get ready to have your mind blown. We can get green jeans. We can get jeans. We can get a knitted sweater. A traditional shirt. A pink skirt. A green blouse, a summer dress, and a black rose hairband. Alright. Yeah, I tried a game called Everything is Fine, including Can't Die in Combat, and they added vomit-inducing minecart race. instant killed you for pushing the button too slow. Yeah. I think the one that was like the worst for me was like Snowplow Simulator or whatever, and it was you had the shovel, and so your character would take the shovel, and you'd scoop down, but like it's like the camera was on the handle of the shovel, and it would like follow the shovel, and it'd do like this whole thing each time, and it was like, oh my god, why? Why would you attach the camera to the shovel handle? Why would you do this? So every single scoop, it was just like going down and like flipping back up and all this. And it was like, I don't normally get motion sick to games. I played that for like 15, 20 minutes, like, I can't do it. I'm feeling really queasy. This is so terrible. Bad feather verdict? Alright. Okay, so you're repairing that. So we got the next one, which is to ask around. Can you hear it? The waves? No, the growling. The growlings of all the unfed bellies in Tangle Bloom Town. It pains me so. What's wrong? You see, I had a bit of a mixed pickle. The storm kneaded my restaurant into a shapeless mess. For the time people have to go hungry, it's a pity. Can I help you? Oh, that would be delightful. I didn't know Lou's delivery did repairs beside flying. Let me cook. We shall have a grand opening to feed everyone in Tangle Bloom Town. No, the entire archipelago. But so you don't mind DLSS and frame generators extra tools for getting frames, but it seems, let's see, it seems to be used to replace a proper optimization. Well, you often find that turning on DLSS and that I've actually have worse performance than if I just leave them off. And I know that's not the intention thing, but it's been really all over the place with that. I found it very inconsistent as any type of benefit. But yeah. But first, does your missing place have stock up at building ingredients? Well, unfortunately, I cannot help you right now. Oh, also, have you seen Lou? Have you seen Rual? Oh, yes, Lou was here. I asked him to try our newest delicacy, but he ignored me and went past me up the stairs next to me. Okay. Man, the storm blew all the parcels away. What a shame. I used to dream about jumping from parcel to parcel and soaring even to greater heights. Like I was born to fly. Do you find that weird? You being a pilot, at least you get me right? Have you seen Lou around? Yeah, I have. He rushed past me some time ago as if he was flying upwards. Why do there have to be so many stairs? What? Lou? Yeah, he ran past me up the stairs earlier. No idea how he does it at his age. You're admiring your shorts. My mom always scolds me for chugging my food whole. But everyone in her family does it. It's not fair. Oh, Lou, nice, but no, I haven't seen him in a while. I'm busy, what is it? You seen Lou around? Lou? No, Lou hasn't shown up here in a long time. Sir, Lou was indeed spotted in Tanglewood recently by some citizens. Oh, of course I knew that. There have been your answer. Go ask the people in the streets of our beautiful town. Okay. Yeah, so we had the person down here. Oh, wait. I have a marker. Oh, that's that. Yeah, we don't have the materials for that yet. They say ran up the stairs past him. This person said he didn't see anything because he's busy paying attention to his shorts. We got a trading card. It looks like a game the ancients used to play. It's kind of the thing that Clip and Clap would be interested in. Well, hello there. Like what you hear? It's good. Thanks, glad you like it. I thought about charming some tunes to help me with dating, but others don't seem to appreciate my music as much as you do. But at least I have my giant ukulele always with me. I'm never leaving it behind. Tiny ukulele? Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, isn't it? I always wanted a ukulele, but have you tried playing the tiny little things with the wings? It's almost like these stringed instruments weren't meant for charnies. But then whom? Who could have invented them? Humans. No offense, but there are so few humans in the world, and everyone I know cares more about flying than making music. But this one was made just for me. It's the only one of its kind in the entire world. It must be lonely. Seen Lou around? Who? Watch out, they're everywhere. Who is? People just standing around, doing nothing. They're the only reason they keep saying the same things over and over, like indoctrinated or something. Sometimes they need your help, but then you have to do all the work. Don't fall for it. And their blank stare gives me the heebie-jeebies. I call them NPCs. Wait, you might be one of them. Quickly, say something original. Something original. You echoed exactly what I said. Have you seen Rual? Did you just try to give me a quest? You're one of the NPCs. Did you know that Limbo Archipelago was pillaged by pirates long ago? Eventually, Lou and Hefty and a few others daring aces took care of them. You should have seen those pirates running away with their tails between their legs. It was quite a sight. From the look on you, you'd fit right into Lou's team. Have you seen Lou around? Yes, of course. I believe my eyes saw him sprinted down the stairs over there. He certainly was on a mission to fight some pirates. Okay, so the stairs over there. That was incredibly descriptive of you. I appreciate that. Oh, astonishing. I didn't think there was another specimen to be found in the archipelago, yet here you are. Specimen? Oh, that came out quite wrong, and my excitement got the better of me. You see, it's not every day you meet an Aves in the Limbo Archipelago. Aves? It's short for Aviator Meatsacus, a scientific name assigned to your species. Though I believe you prefer the term humans, do you not? Well met. Yes, indeed. My name is Archie. I'm an archaeologist, and most interested in the history and wonders of this world. What can I do for you? Have you seen Lou around? Why, yes, your uncle was indeed here. He believed that he might have found what caused the storm and how to stop it. In a book for children of all things. Ridiculous. What did he find out? In the book, our world came to be because two powerful beings, light and dark, fell in love. From them, two children were born, Wind and Wave. It is said that Wind and Wave, different as they were, once fought so fiercely they created a powerful storm. Your uncle believed that storm is currently haunting the archipelago. Was that mythical tempest conjured by Wind and Wave themselves? Of course it is not. The storm is a natural phenomenon caused by the thermodynamics. Preposterous to think otherwise. You're right. Splendid. I tried to convince your uncle very much the same, but he didn't listen. There is a grain of truth in every myth, though. Former civilizations of the archipelago once revered the light and dark, as well as their children. Thus, I told Lou that I discovered an ancient altar dedicated to the beings inside a cave in Norleaf, with an inscription that I had never been able to make sense of. Lou thanked me and immediately went on his way to seek out Gondo, who offers travels to Northleaf. Strangely, he never returned to me. Off to Northleaf. If you want to follow your uncle's trail, be my guest. I, too, would love to understand the meaning of the ancient altar's inscription. Gondo will be able to take you to Norleaf. If you learn anything new, please return to me. Okay, but before we do that, let's go to our quest log, because I need to fix the harbor. Oh my god, there's more quests. Every time I turn around, someone wants something. We meet again. Do the fish bite? Fish? Oh, I see. That isn't quite what I'm fishing for. I'm fishing for suckers from my roots. I mean answers, stranger. Guiding lights in a dark ocean of possibilities. Watching the fish swarm the hook clears my head so I can ruminate on the mysteries of the Limbo Archipelago and the world. And I see you don't possess a fishing rod for your own, stranger. It doesn't take much to make one at the gadget station. I guess I have to have a fishing rod for you to take this any farther. We got a bloomed headband, so we can have a pretty flowery headband. Blow me down. The harbor looks shiny as a pirate's polished peg leg. Nice work, little shrimp. So, you did repay me for bringing you to the archipelago in the end. Now we're even. Just kidding. I got something for you. Also, I can set up my shop properly and restock, so if you need anything, be my guest. Alright. So, I can sell stuff and buy stuff from her. So somewhere around here is another trash can and or tree branch making a mess. Yeah, and it just does like a pulse being like, yo, it's this entire map somewhere. Yeah, because it marks in the middle, but I've learned from climbing that doesn't mean anything. That's the mayor's place. He's been there a bunch of times. Alright. Do a quick little run around of the various paths. Looking for a fallen tree and or trash can. Oh, I thought I saw something highlight over there. There it is. So now I can turn that in and get another quest off our list. Our quest. I will murder you, Chunky. That wasn't an insult, that was his actual name. You had another stupid idea from Mayor Bubo. Place clean. Oh, take a look at that. Our town is recovering. Isn't it amazing what people can achieve when they work together? Here, take this. Initiative deserves reward. Yeah, that's probably fine. Hello? It's an Norleaf. That's, currently not a good idea with a giant kraken out there. A what? It's, started when I took Luo to Norfolk. I guess I didn't mention that earlier. It's okay, tell me. Lou came here and, asked me to get him to Norleaf. I rode him over, just as I would any other passenger. What happened then? After that, there was a loud rumble and the sea went swoosh, and there it was. Giant kraken came out of the waves straight at me. I was so scared I cried out for Lou. I was so relieved when he came running out of the jungle. He jumped aboard and we rode for our lives. We barely made it back to Tanglebloom town. Lou got into his plane quickly, and then he did the most amazing thing. He flew over the uninhabited islands, took some mountain vine fruit that grow on the huge vines to his plane, and fed them to the kraken. He fed the kraken? Yes, no other pilot would deliver food directly to a kraken's maw. The kraken mawed the munchin vine fruit, then disappeared. But Lou didn't land again. He flew off into the sun. I don't know where he went. Then I told Mayor Boobo about the kraken, and he got very mad at me and told me to keep my mouth shut and grounded me here. Need to go northerly. As I said, the kraken is back. I can't go there. But you're a delivery pilot just like Lou. You can do the same thing as him. Deliver mountain fruit vine to the kraken. Oh, spectacular. Show me all your delivery skills. I mean, be careful, okay? The mountain fruit vine grow on the vines on the uninhabited islands. Lou hooked them to the plane, then dropped them right into the kraken. Okay. Excellent. More wild stuff to do. Alright, thank you, Mayonnaise, for the 20 stream streak. I do appreciate that. And I think we'll do the Kraken thing, and then we might switch games. Like I said, I think overall, it's been an enjoyable game and all that. But, it very much is a go grab the thing, go to the next place, grab the thing, go to the next place, grab the thing. Okay. So it looks like I've got to, I had to, like, detach that, grab another one. So we got a hungry, self-tamed kraken now, something like that. Alright. It's fine. Say, but grab another one. Sure. Kragus is big hangry. Yep, it happens. We fed the Kraken, and now it's become dependent on us to feed it going forward. I guess someone didn't count. Okay. Got a barn kraken now. Something like that. It's really kind of hard to know where it wants me to put that. Hey, Sim, how's it going? Can we get a shout out for Simcopter1? Another fantastic content creator on the platform. Plays lots of similar games when we play. Been doing a lot of Project Zomboid recently. So definitely someone to check out. But also does a lot of like simulation and strategy games and all that kind of good stuff. Yeah, it's definitely good times over there. Looks like it did pull that up. Alright. Hello, Kraken's gone. Wow, your delivery skills are amazing and those crazy flying maneuvers. Room! That's one Kraken served. I can finally get back to my delivery. Transportation service to Norleaf? And get you there again, too. Alright. There's definitely a lot of like running around from like location to location, unlocking the next thing. I'm honestly kind of curious. Wait, I forgot something. Lou gave me this. I think it's a book page? He mentioned it had something to do with some altar? Does it tell you anything? The altar on Norleaf. Oh, fantastic. You know what the page is for then? Lou wanted it to reach someone in town, I think. But it all happened so fast, the Kraken and all that. Do you think Lou's okay? I don't know. I'm sorry, I never meant to put him in danger. I've never seen anything like this Kraken. In these waters, I swear. Alright. So, I do think we're going to be switching up games at this point, so let's save our game. Oh, there is multiple save files. Okay. When we started the game earlier and we went to do a new game because I had to like get to my settings, it was like, I'm going to wipe out the existing save file. I think, or it could also be that you can have like multiple instances for the split off. So yeah, I would say my overall thoughts of this game is there's a lot of cool things. It's got a lot of whimsy. It's definitely very, very linear from what we're seeing, that you get your quest, but you kind of just, you get the next quest, you get the next quest, you get the next quest. And most of them are, get to thing, get the materials, put the materials into thing, advance the story. And there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're looking for like big diverging game, like content. It doesn't look like it's going to offer that. The one party foul I will give it is it's got very aggressive screen shake that you cannot disable. That is something they could very easily fix. Now that the game's released, they can just go through and just add a toggle for it. There's a couple things that like were UI decisions that weren't my favorite. Again, like you would have the entire like 5-10 minutes of like dialogue between multiple characters, and then it gives you this giant pop-up with this paragraph of what you just read. And it was just kind of one of those things that was like, oh, you're training me as the player to ignore this prompt. And so when we had a different prompt come up, I'd already just like went and skipped it because it came right after I'd gotten a quest. It was telling me like a new item I had gotten. You know, so my only recommendation there would be like, okay, you've got the giant paragraph. When you do the little pop-up window, whatever, being like, you know, do you want to pin this? It's fine, just make it like a tiny little window. It's like, do you want to pin this? Like, you don't need the whole backstory. You can just have like the title of the quest and whatever. And then when you go to the card sheet that's like in your quest journal, then yeah, you can have the whole paragraph in there. Because that way, if I don't play for a week, I see that and it reminds me what's going on. But like, it very much trains you, do not read that because it's just a rehash of what you just spent the last 5-10 minutes reading. Which again, no problem. If it wasn't streaming, I actually don't think I'd mind like doing the dialogue nearly as much. But it is a very dialogue-heavy game from what I've been seeing. Not in a bad way. But everyone has a conversation. Like I said, a lot of whimsy. I enjoy it. And again, thank you so much to the devs for like giving me the key and all that. I do hope they have a very successful launch with this game and everything. But what I'm going to be doing here is I've now got a choice. I can jump back into Chop Chop Inc., which is what we played yesterday, because part of me wants to finish that game out. Or we can also check out the new Star Wars Zero Company, which is a turn-based tactical shooter that came out today, but it's, you know, Star Wars. So I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put up a poll for that. On which you'd like to see. What now? Yeah, it's Star Wars XCOM is basically what it is. So we'll say Chop Chop Inc. or Star Wars Zero Company. So go ahead and get that poll going. If you really like Star Wars and XCOM, you love it. So yeah, I'm a big fan of Star Wars, and I've enjoyed XCOM. Like, I haven't played any of the recent XCOMs. I played a lot of the older XCOMs back in the day. I don't tend to play too many tactical turn-based shooters, because they can be a little difficult to stream at different times. So it is kind of one of those things that it'll probably be one we play for like a day, like today's stream, and then tomorrow we'll be on to Big Ambitions for its 1.0 release. But it is a game I would be down for covering on the stream so people can get a look at it. It's just one of those things, those turn-based tactical shooters for streaming purposes can be pretty dry. Unless like there's a lot of topical stuff going on. Because a lot of times you'll have like whatever your strategy is you're using, like, you know, oh, I'm going to Overwatch and then do this kind of thing. And then you'll just kind of repeat that same strategy. You know, and maybe like 2 or 3 deviations based on the encounter types. But like, you'll have that kind of same pacing you'll do again and again. Especially the games that allow you to specialize, it'll tend to lean you more and more into playing the game in a specific way once you start down that path. Not that you only have one viable way. Just like, if you go having a lot of heavy snipers and like overwatching and then having like someone to just kind of work as attrition between you and your back line, you know, then you'll lean into it. Just the same, if you're more like you're going to be rushing in short range, you know, shotguns, that kind of thing, you'll lean into it and all that stuff. But regardless, let's go ahead and get this out of the way and all that. You don't know if there's any secret sauce other than Star Wars wrapper? I have no idea. I obviously haven't played it yet. So I can't jump into the next game till we have the till we get the poll done. Like, unless it was like one game wildly got ahead of the other one. You know, when it's within a couple of votes, I'm gonna wait just because I have had it before where it like flips the thing. You do like some XCOM? Yeah, no, like I said, I've really enjoyed XCOM in the past. The only reason I haven't played the more recent ones is just it's always like the latest XCOM game comes out, as well as 8 other games. And then I end up choosing some of the other games, and then I just don't have time for the XCOM game. So like I enjoy XCOM, it's just Too many games come out, can't play them all. And especially around content creation and all that, I do usually factor that in with a lot of game choices. For those over on YouTube, the YouTube stream will be coming down for a little bit while we switch over to whatever game we end up playing. And that's just because, unfortunately, on YouTube, you can't just switch categories. You have to take the whole thing down and bring it back up. I'm not going to bother hosting it over and all that. It's a huge big pain because I have to create the next thing, then go back to the first one, edit it to point at the second one, then go to the second one. You get the idea. Um, it's a whole thing. So yell at YouTube about that. They make it a huge pain in the butt. All right, so let me go ahead and get that out of the way. And I can go to where we're going to get that going.